All right, welcome back. You know, tomorrow is going to be a big day for Apple, and those who love the company's gadgets, the real Apple heads who love it to the core.
Here we go, the tech giant showcasing its newest products and updates. Joining us this morning with a little sneak peek and some predictions is Abbar Al-heeti with CNET. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
We'll break it all down. What are the big announcements? I'm sure the biggest being the new iPhone.
Exactly. So we are expecting a new iPhone 15 could be coming, but there could be a big change on this phone. So right now, iPhones use a lightning port to charge. We could potentially see a switch to USB-C charging, and that could be amazing because that means you could use the same charger on your iPad or your MacBooks, or I'm going to say it, Android phones. We can all get along. It would be a really big deal. We could also see we could also see a new Apple Watch Series 9, which could have a longer battery life, a new color. We could get some updates to the Vision Pro, which is that mixed reality headset they debuted a couple months ago. And then speaking of USB-C, we could get a new AirPods charging case, which would also have USB-C, meaning you really would be able to have one charger for all of your Apple devices.
Bringing us all together under one charger. Okay. So now to the not so great news. What kind of price hike are we looking at for this?
Yeah, that's something that's a little less exciting, but we could potentially see on the Pro models, we could potentially see a $100, price hike on the standard Pro model, and then the Pro Max could have a $200 price hike. This wouldn't be surprising. It's been a few years since Apple's really raised its, starting prices on its phones. But you mentioned Apple fans. They're probably they're gonna pay up. People want what they want, and Apple has very strong followers.
Oh yeah, and I think people do expect that price hike every single time. So you don't think that will impact sales at all?
I don't, because the funny thing is when they don't increase the price, it's like big news. Like, okay, you can still get the same price on the new iPhone. But I think people are being smart with their money. But I do think if you're ready for an upgrade and you love your iPhone, you're probably going to pay up. And Apple's going to say, well, there's improvements, and if you want the improvements, you have to pay the price.
So are we only hearing about this charger more than anything? Usually we do hear about like camera improvements, maybe software improvements.
Absolutely. So there will be a new iOS rolling out with new features. At some point, we'll probably get more information about that. But camera is really one of the big things that people look at. And the top tier model, that Pro Max model, could have even better optical zoom, meaning that you can have better detail and resolution when you kind of have a closer up zoomed in image. Another change that we could see is the frame of the Pro models could be made of titanium instead of stainless steel, which breaks down to meaning it will be a lighter phone. So that could also be a perk there.
Anything fun you've heard about? I'm bored with my emojis.
I'm really excited about, my favorite thing that I'm looking forward to is iOS 17 will have a check-in feature, which means that if you are out, you can kind of share with loved ones your location. They'll get immediate updates and be able to track where you are and see if your battery level's running low. Really, those safety improvements are what I'm personally looking forward to. So kind of those software updates are what I'm really thrilled about.
A parent's dream, a teenager's nightmare. I gotcha.
Exactly. That's how I would summarize it too.
All right. Well, we'll be keeping an eye out for all these new upgrades and things. Thanks so much for joining us from CNET this morning.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Have a good one.